Hello and welcome. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. United Nations Human Rights Chief Michelle Bachelet Wednesday opened a United Nations Council debate on systemic racism, police brutality and violence against peaceful protest. She called on countries to make amends for centuries of violence and discrimination through formal apologies, truth-telling processes, and repatriations in various forms. Special Rapporteur on Racism, Tendai Achume, speaking on behalf of other mandate holders, tasked the Council to create an international commission of inquiry with the necessary authority to investigate systemic racism in law enforcement in the United States. UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed stressed the urgency of debate, saying Africans still face poverty and structural racism, which makes their communities amongst the hardest hit by COVID-19. Canada has lost its bid for a seat at the United Nations Security Council, despite spending $1.74 million on the campaign. The country lost out to Ireland and Norway for the two Western Bloc seats. Norway secured 130 votes and Ireland 128, while Canada got 108 votes. The term for new members begins on the 1st of January 2021. The World Health Organization WHO on Wednesday endorsed dexamethasone for saving lives of severe cases of COVID-19 patients. The Director General, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, says the cure drug is the first treatment to be shown to reduce mortality in patients with COVID-19 requiring oxygen or ventilator support, and mortality was cut by 1/5. Researchers say dexamethasone is a breakthrough in the global race to discover a drug for treatment and prevention of COVID-19. The High Commission of Canada to Nigeria on Wednesday announced a donation of $750,000, equivalent of 291 million naira, to help end sexual and gender-based violence in Nigeria. The commission says it will partner with ActionAid Nigeria to help women's rights organizations increase efforts to end sexual and gender-based violence. Meanwhile, early this week, the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, said a total of 799 rape cases were reported nationwide between January and May this year. About 20 operators in the aviation sector, including the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria (FAN), have submitted their operational restart plans to the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) as the country prepares to reopen its airspace to commercial flights beginning 21st June. 6 airlines have passed the airworthiness mark set by the sector regulator in order to allow them begin commercial operations. FAN had announced on Wednesday that persons not traveling will not be allowed into the airport terminal buildings. We'll take a break now, and when we return, Zimbabwe raises salaries amid recession. Stay with us, details coming shortly.
Positive for the coronavirus disease? Here is what you can do. Quite frankly, nothing prepares you for the positive diagnosis of the coronavirus disease. It is important to know, however, that this diagnosis is not the end of the world. It is absolutely normal to feel afraid, sad, worried, tense, and confused, but you must come to terms with and accept the reality so that you can do the needful. Following the diagnosis, here are a few things you can do. 1. Remember that you are not alone. There are people who have survived, and you can too. 2. Educate yourself about the virus. It primarily affects the respiratory system. 3. Your body may react with little or no symptoms or with severe reactions. Severity varies per individual. 4. Do not visit any hospital and do not give false details of your symptoms, condition, travel history, or contact with an affected person. 5. Get in touch with the NCDC for guidance on 0800 97 00010. 6. Trust that the relevant authorities such as the NCDC and your state Ministry of Health will provide the best advice and care for you. 7. Be responsible by taking the precautionary measures of self-isolation, social distancing, and admission when offered to you. 8. Do not attempt to leave the isolation centers when treatment is ongoing. 9. Avoid creating panic by listening to or spreading unconfirmed sources of information. 10. Use the period as a time of reflection and communication with loved ones. 11. Remain positive and put plans in place to cater to your absence while at the hospital. Remember, stigma, discrimination, and false information can kill faster than the virus. Be safe, be healthy, be responsible. Prevent the spread.
Welcome back. You're watching 84 TV Radio News Update. Zimbabwe's government has announced a planned 50% increase in civil servants' wages in the light of economic challenges worsened by COVID-19. The Finance Ministry said the increment, which includes pensions, takes effect immediately. All civil servants will be paid a non-taxable COVID-19 allowance of $75 a month, while pensioners will also get an extra $30 allowance a month. And in Nigeria, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved the release of 1.157 billion naira for the payment of accrued pension rights to 368 public service retirees for the month of May. He said the approval is part of the government's commitment to ensure the retirees are well taken care of after their meritorious service to the government and the state at large. Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) says arrangements have been made to begin oil exploration activities in the Bida Basin of Niger State. Group Managing Director of the corporation, Mele Kyari, on Wednesday, said exploration activities will cut across 8 local government areas of the state, extending to parts of Kwara and Kogi states in the north-central parts of Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria has presented a plan of concession of 10 major highways in the country. Minister of Works Babatunde Fashola stated this on Wednesday while explaining details of the plan to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Works. He said the project, titled Highway Development and Management Initiative, is anchored on a private sector engagement. The minister said investors will carry out the development and management of the road networks. And that's it on 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.